One of the leading proponents of the local digital feature-length filmmaking scene in the early 2000s was Hajji Ashraf Ssemwogerere. He wrote, directed and produced Feeling Struggle in 2005 under his Pan-African production company.
I joined the filmmaking in 2000, around there, 2000, and becoming as an independent filmmaker, it was 2005. But those who were making films, they were either commissioned or making it for adverts and or promoting some issue like cotton growing in Uganda or coffee growing in Uganda. And in the early 2000s, Nigerian films came here. That is 2003 there, or 5 there, we started watching this one, Suicide Mission, Omusajja Agwana mu Chupa. There is a book from Nigeria called Lion and the Jewel, written by Wole Soyinka. Came here in 1972 and has been on the Ugandan syllabus for long. But from 1972 to date, if you count the people who have read it, that book, they are not even 100,000. And those who have read it, they read it because it was on syllabus. But when you come to that film which came here, 2005, Suicide Mission, by now, over 10 million have watched that. I also got excited. I had my son here, rest in peace, he died, but he could go to school and come back here to watch those films. They are so interesting because they are almost showing our life, the way they eat, the building of the houses, they are similar to ours. So people started learning. I also got interested that, now, let me try and do the thing. So 2005, around August, I got a camcorder. In fact, I bought it from Katwe there. Someone had bought this who bring all the equipment. I saw it, I went with my boy here, it was called the Chimera. They sold it to me, it was around 600,000. And told him, let us start. I had that story, Feeling Struggle. We coded it, I showed it, and I received the full houses, full as it was done, the making. The story was strong.
It tells the story of a girl kidnapped from her parents as an infant for a ritual sacrifice in modern-day Uganda. The girl, whose life is spared, grows up to be an influential attorney after being raised by a barren couple. She is soon discovered by her biological parents, sending the life of everyone involved into a spiral. It also featured household names of the time like Princess Sheila Vanunji and Patrick Omujuka as leads to add to its commercial appeal.
All of a sudden, someone from London was watching it, told me that, let's take it to the London people. He bought even the ticket for me. I took it to London. In fact, I did not distribute it here myself. At first, I used to go around with my DVD here. Even when I'm going to Mbale, I took it to Mbale, Masaka, Jinja, Yiganga, and go with my DVD. And I got money. Then when I went to London, a white man called Stephen Geoffrey with the urban films. The last group in London, they called them urban films. But the Ugandans, they bought it. Moreover, at 8,000 pounds, 18 million. By then, the pound was at 3,000. I got excited. So I said, Niwamanya, now I'm going to get money. That's how I started retreating, withdrawing from theater to start the screen. Yeah.
He followed his debut feature with Murder in the City in 2006, a drama that follows the murky events surrounding the murder of a prominent businesswoman by her spouse. It is widely believed to be an adaptation of the real-life murder of Robin Achiyinji by her husband, the now-deceased Dr. Agre Chiyinji. His third film, Mukajanga, The Passion of the Uganda Matters, was released in 2009. In this film, Hajji Ssemwogerere makes the creative leap to a historical epic in his retelling of the execution of the Uganda Matters, a group of 45 Christian and Muslim converts sentenced to death by Kabaka Mwanga II of Buganda. This is his most widely seen film in the country, and on that basis, perhaps his most successful. Other key names in the early years of China Uganda are Cindy Magara, Donald Mugisha, and Matthew Bishanga, also known as Matt Bish. Cindy Magara was the first woman to direct a film in Uganda, which she did as a student at Makerere University. Her film, Fate, which premiered in 2006, tells the story of Kate, a successful corporate executive who succumbs to pressure from her family to get married. Her profession and family life is thrown a curveball when she realizes she's infected with HIV when her husband's dark past comes to light. Donald Mugisha, who started out as a music video editor, released his first film titled Divisions in 2007. The film starred popular musician Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, more famously known as Bobi Wine, alongside 3 other characters who come from 4 different parts of the country and end up in the grimy slums of Kampala. They come to terms with the harsh reality of city life and the disparity between the social classes. Matthew Bishanga, also known as Matt Bish, following his film studies in Amsterdam, returned to the country in 2005. He set up a production company primarily working on music videos before writing and directing his 2007 feature, Battle of the Souls. The film is based on the dramatic spiritual redemption of his real-life brother, Roger Mugisha, who was a popular radio personality at the time. The film that starred Joel Atiku Prince and Matthew Nawiso received 10 nominations at the 5th African Movie Academy Awards. The film was let down on home soil by limited promotion and distribution. Other prominent titles from this earlier period of Ugandan cinema include Mariam Ndagire's 2007 film Down This Road I Walk and Henry Sally's 2008 film Chiwani, which spawned a popular Ugandan single of the same name performed by Bobi Wine.
We have a problem. The problem I told you earlier that Ugandans are not trained. Most of them have learned it on job. In fact, the first trained person we had here was Matt Biff. Matt Biff from Canada. Then there's another one I got, what's called Max Cheyune. He also trained from Canada. He went as a journalist. Then he came back and also started. I worked with him on one project. It was each mother in the city. Yeah. So it started that. But the rest were unprofessional. And many of them jumped on the wagon of making the film. So the problem we got, most of them were not writers of good stories. So we had many stories. The first one may be good, but the second one may not be interesting. So things deteriorated a bit. And this makeshift Vibanda be a failure. Our Vibanda, people were not coming. At first, for me, they watched it. Feeling struggle, they watched it. But the Vibanda people also were not, we did not cooperate so well. Others started pirating. And the makers became angry and started arresting the pirates. That was a mistake. Because they started arresting pirates before we had created the stars. The Ugandan film industry doesn't have stars. Like the Nigerian, you talk of Genevieve, you take of the Noah, Ramsey, those people. Here we don't have them. Here we don't have stars. And the mere fact that we don't have stars, nobody can go to the library and ask for that. I want Farouk. The stars may I see on the stage, because they were not yet developed into great stars for the film industry in Uganda. These people, the pirates, were helping us to take the videos around here. But most actors, they are known, film stars, they are known in Kampala. other than Masaka, Mbale. They are not there.